Welcome to Cravings Control for Fat Loss. I'm your host, Laura Cavallo, former sugar binger, overeater, and yo-yo dieter turned fat loss and cravings coach for hundreds of busy women. Here at Cravings Control for Fat Loss, I'll be sharing mindset, movement, and metabolism strategies for those who are ready to ditch the fat diet cycle and slim down without counting calories, tracking points, or giving up any of the foods they love. Get ready to embrace progress over perfection, grace over guilt, and bring curiosity and learning to the inevitable ups and downs of your life. Expect a decrease in your cravings while seeing and feeling an improvement in how you look, how you feel, and your overall quality of life. I am so excited you're here, boo. Let's get started. Welcome to another episode of Cravings Control for Fat Loss. My name is Laura Cavallo, your cravings coach. And today I want to outline 3 of the biggest causes of nighttime cravings that I've observed from working with hundreds of women over the last 8 years in the health and fitness field and 3 years specifically focusing on cravings, hunger, and overeating. So, nighttime cravings are very common, right? But how much and how often we indulge can mean the difference between eating consistently throughout the day, feeling healthy, feeling good when we wake up the next morning, and achieving our fat loss goals. So it is really important to understand how nighttime cravings can negatively impact your goals and what you can do to manage them. So today I'm going to share with you 3 of the main causes of nighttime cravings, as well as give you a strategy and a support system to help you alleviate that. So one of the biggest causes of nighttime cravings is not eating enough during the day. Okay, maybe you're forgetting meals, or you're just picking and eating smaller snacks, or maybe you genuinely don't feel hungry as a result of possibly just having caffeine all day. Or if you're someone that has not traditionally had breakfast in the mornings and you don't generally start eating until later in the day, you have trained your body to not be hungry. That is why you're not hungry in the morning. It does not mean that you should not eat, at least in this scenario, if you're someone that struggles with nighttime cravings. I have found people's hunger and cravings come back and sort of wake up once they start eating earlier. It does take a little bit of time, but we want to feel hungry. We want to feel our cravings turning on. We want that to happen in the mornings. That tells us our metabolism is working. So if you're someone that is not eating breakfast within 2 hours of waking up, if you're skipping meals and you're down in coffee and you're not eating until 11, 12, or 1, again, you're missing an opportunity in the morning to stimulate your hunger and cravings, get your metabolism working, and it could be causing more of your nighttime cravings and eating. The second thing that could be causing your nighttime cravings and episodes of overeating is restricting too much during the day. And I'm talking about restricting foods that maybe you feel like are off limits or are more crave foods or are quote unquote bad foods. Now, this restriction, if you're someone like me or the hundreds of women I've worked with, you like to have foods that you enjoy in your diet. You like to have the chips and the cookies and the cake and something sweet or something crunchy or something savory, right? So when you're taking it out throughout the day, you are depriving yourself and you're telling yourself you can't have it. And how much more crazy does that make you, right? Like I can't tell you how many times maybe I haven't eaten a food for a couple months. And then in the past when I would go on a diet, be like, oh, no rice. I'm like, well, now the only friggin' thing I can think about is eating rice, right? Because you're telling yourself you can't have it. So the same thing happens is when you restrict and you tell yourself, I can't have that, I can't have this, I have to take that out, whether it's for the sake of your fat loss goals or, whatever goal you have and you're taking it out, that restriction can lead to nighttime cravings and the tendency to overeat and possibly even binge. A strategy for this is to include some of your favorite crave foods throughout the day so that you're getting that relief, you're getting that fix throughout the day. Now, I'm not saying have bags and boxes of it, but have it in a smaller portion so that you can have that satisfaction factor throughout the day and not feel like you're totally deprived. The third cause of nighttime cravings that I see is out of boredom and out of habit. Okay. And a lot of clients, they don't even know this until A, it's happening or after it's happened, or B, until I ask them, when do you find yourself snacking at night? I'm not really sure, they respond. I guess I'm bored, or I guess it's just out of habit, or, it's just what we always do. So this is very common, snacking when you're bored or snacking when you're stressed. But this isn't going to serve you if it's something that you continuously do for the remainder of your life. Now, again, it's common, it's normal, but if it's something that is getting in the way of your health goals, if it's something that's getting in the way of your fat loss goals, if it's something that bothers you and you don't like and you want to change it, then we need to bring awareness and observation to times that we tend to overeat, to the times that we tend to want to grab something out of boredom or out of stress or out of habit, right? And so we need to bring awareness to how we're eating, why we're snacking, why we're craving. This observe portion is something that a lot of programs miss. A lot of programs will just have this meal plan for 30 days, or just do this smoothie, this shake, and have a salad for lunch, or just do this workout and, good luck with it. And it's almost like these diets and programs are making us dumber because it's not actually asking us to observe and reflect on how we actually feel or why we're acting in a certain way. It's like people are on autopilot just doing stuff, right? Without actually slowing down and saying, what's going on here? Why could I eat my left arm right now? Like, why am I so hungry? Most people just turn and say, oh, I'm such a bad person. I can't believe I'm so hungry. Like, what is wrong with me? Right? The people immediately go to, I have no willpower. I have no self-control. I'm not strong enough. And they get down on themselves. But what if we could actually spin it and say, why am I craving? What's the reason for this boredom eating? What went on today that's causing the stress, that's causing me to overeat? Now we're finding solutions. Now we become more empowered and we put ourselves in the driver's seat instead of being the victim. Now, I know that's getting really deep, but if you're someone that struggles with nighttime cravings, you know what I'm talking about, right? Like, how many times have we played Dr. Jekyll and Mrs. Hyde? Mr. Hyde? Mrs. Hyde? Right? Like, 1 minute we're fine, and then the next minute it's like we're ravenous and it's like no holds bar, right? It's like a friggin' free-for-all. If we can just slow down and observe, then we can make some better choices with better knowledge and better solutions for this nighttime craving, overeating, and boredom snacking. So these are the three main reasons why I see most women nighttime craving and nighttime overeating. Stick around with me until the end because I have a special offer for you to help reduce cravings, hunger, and overeating by up to 50% in as little as 7 days. So cause number one is not eating enough during the day, right? Maybe you're forgetting meals or you're just picking on small snacks or, you're using caffeine to suppress appetite. And the solution for this would be to start having breakfast within 2 hours of waking to stimulate your hunger, stimulate your cravings, get your metabolism working for you, and so that you're starting to eat earlier in the day. The second reason is that women are restricting their crave foods, their off-limit foods too much during the day, causing them to either overeat and binge at night or go off the rails on the weekends. A solution for this is to indulge in your crave foods throughout the day in a smaller portion so that you feel that cravings relief, you get that sweet satisfaction, you get that salty fix, you get that savory yum yum that you want. And then at the end of the day, you don't feel like you want to eat a whole friggin' log of goat cheese because you had some in your omelet in the morning and then you had some bacon with lunch. And then the last cause of nighttime cravings is that boredom, that out of habit, that stress response. And a solution for this is to observe and ask yourself, why is this happening? What went on today, earlier today? And it's this observation that will make you a more empowered individual instead of feeling like the victim and like you have no control over your cravings. You're actually able to find solutions. And one of the solutions to nighttime cravings that's going to tackle all three of these is being able to create a Satisfull plate and enjoying it within 2 hours of waking up. If you've heard any of my earlier podcasts, you know that creating a Satisfull plate has 4 parts. It includes a lean portion, a detox portion, a crave portion, and a observe portion. Those portions help you feel full, feel satisfied. They help you indulge in a smaller amount of your crave foods while prioritizing low calorie, high volume, nutrient dense foods. And then Satisfull plates also asks you to observe, how does this plate make you feel? How hungry are you now? Are you still craving more food? It puts you in the driver's seat with your nutrition, with your diet, and allows you to stay more consistent. If you want to learn more about Satisfull plates and an opportunity to work with me for 7 days to help you reduce cravings, hunger, and overeating by up to 50%, give a listen. You're invited to the Cravings Clean-Up, a free 7-day nutrition challenge to help you stay on track and reduce cravings and mindless snacking by up to 50% guaranteed. You'll work directly with me and learn how to create a Satisfull breakfast, which is a 4-part guide to building a satisfying yet filling meal that will take you less than 10 minutes to put together and has the power to transform your days from insatiable hunger and constant cravings to less overeating and overall snacking. Follow the link below to learn more and enroll. It's completely free to join, and we start on Monday, April 24th.